Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Trickety. Yes, this is another amazing edition, guys, of Wake Up with Trickett. And guys, I just want you to know if it's your first time rocking out with me, and then hey, take a seat. Let's all hang out, live and learn together. We're gonna live and grow together, right? And if you are returning, then you don't have to ask what's in the kitchen, bruh. Bro, not at all. Just go in there and make yourself at home. Mi casa, you casa. Make what you want to make. Come back, sit right here, and let's get this knowledge, right? So, hey, check this out, guys. What is it that your heart desires? What is it that your heart desires? And whatever that is, you know what it is, right? Whatever it is. But whatever it is, are you watering your garden? Your garden is your mental state of mind. It's what you're housing in your mind. What are you housing in your mind? Are you watering it? Is it good fruit? Is it negativity? Is it filled with complaints? Is it more negative than positive? That's gonna, what is the scales weighing out when it comes to your desires? A lot of people may desire something, but then they water all the negativity more than they water what they actually want, guys. Now, make it make sense, right? Because does that even make sense? Absolutely not. It makes absolutely no sense to water what you don't want. But then again, it could be out of habit. It could be a sense of I know this. You know what I mean? It's comfortable to me. So, you can wallow in negativity because it's just something comfortable to you because you've been in that state and you dwell in that low level vibration more than you do a higher vibration. But if you want anything good coming into your life, guys, you're going to have to dwell in that high vibration. Will you get hit with challenges? Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. Challenges are going to come because it's just going to be part of the obstacle course. I tell everybody all the time, this thing called life, it's like a video game. There's levels to this. On the first level, you're brand new, you're green, so your obstacles are not that many. But as you start to pass those levels, the obstacles start to come faster. They strategize better. They're stronger. And you have to put in more work to defeat them. But once again, what is your heart's desire? And are you letting those obstacles get in the way? Are you letting them block you? You were doing good, and then all of a sudden, chop, bam, and you hit a roadblock. Do you let that stop you? Do you spend all day and all night complaining about that roadblock that stopped you? Do you? Or do you woo-saw that junk? Inhale, exhale type stuff, right? And you keep it pushing because you know what you're made out of. You know who you are. You know that your thoughts create your reality. What is your reality looking like? Is it looking like your heart's desire? If it's not looking like your heart's desire, guys, and then you're not watering your plants in your garden, what are you planting? Do you have more negativity planted up here in your garden, your mental garden, than you have positivity? I don't know. Ask yourself, do you complain more than you praise? Do you see the world dark more than you see the sunshine and the light? Do you see more negativity in people based off of what's happened to you? I've been set up. I had to post bail. For real, me, the boss of bosses. I had to post bail. I had a jealous ex get a hold of some clown female, make a false report on me, put me in jail. They're all around my house. I'm like really? Like, what are we doing here? And so, they're just doing their job. So, I'm not tripping on it. Then I got to post bail, spend my money, right, on false charges. Do I let that get to me? Do I let that sit me down? Do I let that make me stop moving? Heck no. I post the bill, I had the cheese, and I keep pushing. Got a court date next month, I'll deal with it. I'm a master manifester. I know who I am. I'm not going to let somebody that's a narcissist try to twist who I am. Because if they could, they wouldn't have to do all that extra. You know what I'm saying? So, what's your heart's desire? And are you watering it? And do you have poison ivy growing in your ivy? Do you have poison ivy growing in your garden? And if you do, are you maintaining your garden? Are you plucking it out? It's every day, are you looking at yourself to see what needs to be changed, what you can work on, what you can improve on? Are you letting lots of time go by without you checking on yourself? And then when you do check on yourself, you see you have weeds in your garden, you have poison ivy in your garden, you have insects eating off what your desire. So your desire is never growing, because the minute it tries to grow, it's getting chopped on because you haven't maintained your garden. So therefore, you have insects eating off of your desires. You know, like people that steal your energy, right? People that copycat, people that try to doppelganger you, which is basically just try to be you, imitate you. They have no, they have no, now what's the word I'm looking for? No personality. There you go. They have no personality of their own. So what they're doing is trying to imitate you. Do you have people like that in your garden? You don't know if you're not watching what's in your garden. You wouldn't know if you're not paying attention to what's in your garden. You wouldn't know if you stay gone months at a time and then you come back and you're walking through weeds that are like this high. What is your heart's desire? How serious are you about getting your heart's desire? How serious? What work are you willing to put in to get your heart's desire? Because look, guys, this doesn't cost any money. So where people be like, oh, I want to do this, but I don't have the money. You can't use that excuse here. Here it's going to be discipline. It's going to be discipline, and it's going to be time. So are you going to put the discipline in with the time that you get? Because you know what I know? The bum in the street and the person that's actually doing something productive, guess what they all have? The same exact amount of time. Bob Proctor even said that. They all have the same amount of time. How are you utilizing your time? What are you doing to get your desire? Do you say you want something, but then again, you don't put the work in? Do you say, this is what I really, really, really want, but then again, when you speak about it, you have doubt coming out through your mouth? Well, I really don't know if it's going to happen, but I really want it, but, I'll see what happens, because, there's a lot of people that probably want the same thing, but I really want it. Are you doing that? Because it's not going to come. Because you're doubting yourself. Why would God/universe give you anything? Why would Spirit deliver you anything if you're not even if you're not even for sure on what you want? If you're wishy-washy on what you want, why would you get what you want? Why? Would you date somebody that's like, I kind of like you, but I'm not sure. Kind of like on Monday, I kind of like you, but then on Tuesdays, I'm kind of like, I don't know. No, you would be like, you're wishy-washy, make up your mind, right? It's kind of funny, like when it happens to you, you know exactly how to tell people to make up their mind. But then when it comes to something that you want, that you desire, where are you at with it? Are you all over the map with it? You know what I'm saying, guys? What are you doing to get your heart's desire? Are you watering it? How do you water it? You got to put time in, guys. And you got to have the patience to put the time in. To what? Meditate. What do you mean by meditating? I'm not talking about being all yogaed out. Nothing wrong with that. But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you spend time. You take your 15, 20 minutes a day, right? You take your time to water what you want, to think about it. That's what I mean. You're thinking about, right? What it is that you want. You're visualizing yourself with it. You're seeing yourself have it. You have the emotions that come with it. You're feeling that feel good, right? Because whenever you have your heart's desire, right, it's going to make you feel good, right? You're not asking for your heart desire and it's making you miserable, right? Because then that would not be your heart desire at that particular point, right? So you are normally, you don't really feel good when you get your heart's desire. Normally you do. And let's just keep it 100. And so, are you feeling the feel good? Do you got those emotions when you're thinking about your heart desires? Are you spending that 15 to 20 minutes a day, every day? So you got to have the patience, right? And the due diligence, right? The due diligence to be able to put in the work. What is the work? No money needed, but there's time. The time that you're given, the same 24 hours, you're utilizing that time. Because you can't manage time, but you can manage yourself within the time. So you're managing what you want. You're saying, okay, I got so much time. Let me set 15, 20 minutes aside to what? Think about my desire. Bask in it. Play in it. See myself with it. How is it going to be when I have it? And when you do that every day, that's watering it, right? Yeah. You're watering your desires, which is pulling it in, right? You're reeling that thing in like a fishing pole. You're reeling that big fish in, right? You're like, yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's coming in. Why? Because we all know anybody that goes fishing, you can have that big one on the end of the line, right? And you can be reeling it in, right? Like, yeah, I got it. But then snap, the line breaks, fish goes off the hook. And you're like, you had the feeling, you felt it, you had it for the moment, and then it gets away. Well, in this case, for it to get away, you would have to have doubt. You would have had to stop watering it. You would have had to start getting complacent. You would have had to start to neglect it, not checking on your garden, not pulling out the weeds, not checking for the poison ivy, not looking for the insects that chew away the energy vampires at your desires. You would have to just kind of like turn your head away from it and forget about it for a while. And that's the person rolling in a big fish, and then all of a sudden it breaks. There goes your desire. You got to put in the work all over again, rebait everything, rehook everything, cast it back out there. Because you always have another opportunity to go after it, right? So even if you mess up, it's not like it's gone forever, right? It's just you're going to be in it longer because you weren't maintaining it properly, right? And hopefully you learn from your mistakes, right? And so you don't allow yourself to have this happen over and over again to where you stay stagnant or you just keep getting pushed back because you're not maintaining your garden. So what are you doing to get your heart's desires? What? How are you bringing it in? Are you putting more positive affirmations to it? I know it's going to show up. I know it's going to come. I don't know when it's going to come, but I know it's going to come. I know God rewards those who seek him diligently. I know I'm going to get what I'm looking for if I continue to put the thought process in. If I continue to look in the mirror and check myself, right? Am I thinking right? Am I acting right? Do I need to improve in areas that I'm not, that I need improvement in? Am I lying to myself saying, I don't need improvement nowhere? But then again, your desires not coming in. You don't even feel good about it. You find yourself doubting more than you do speaking positive of it. I'm just saying, guys, when you walk through your garden, how often are you in it? And when you're in it, are you meditating in it? Meaning thinking, like I said, about how good it's going to be when this little plant this big grows to its fruition and it's a full plant. And you're like, man, now the tomatoes are big and ripe. I remember when it was just a seed. Then from a seed, it only had like 2 leaves. Then from 2 leaves, it started to grow and grow and grow and grow. Are you going to put in the patience and the time and the work for you to stand by your desire to watch it grow, 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 grow until boom, it blossoms. Now you're picking big, ripe tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so, because you put in the work. You did the job nobody wants to do, or very few want to do, right? Everybody just wants to be at the finish line, but not everybody wants to put in the work. And unfortunately, you do not get to the finish line without putting in the work. You got to. You could try to do a shortcut, it won't last. Because you don't have what it takes to sustain it, because you didn't do the real work. And you can only fake it till you make it for so long until you have to really start to produce, right? So when it comes to your heart's desire, are you putting in the work so you can get what you actually want? Do you have the patience? Are you utilizing your time correctly? Are you a master manifester, knowing that you know that your thoughts create your reality? And it isn't the world, and it's not the neighbors, and it's not the people on the job. You know you're attracting all those people, right? If they're not serving you right due to your thinking. And then also you have to remember, there's tests in life. How do you know how strong you are if you're never tested, right? So God allows a lot of things to happen, like this false arrest I had. I'll deal with it. I'm a boss. Narcissists can't break me. I got way too much power. I speak stuff and it happens. Jump in 1,000 minds at one time. Say what I want to say, read them all at one time. I'm not worried about anything. I'm God's soldier. I'm unbreakable, unstoppable. And you have to have that same type of mindset, that you're unbreakable, that you're unstoppable, that God got your back, the universe got your back, spirit has your back. And when you have that, you don't allow then the enemy, which are those that are in the lower vibration, that are constantly trying to tell you what you can't do based off of their own fears, false evidence appearing real. So they feel because they can't do it, you can't do it. How dare you think you can do it? Because there's no way I believe in that. There's no way I can do it, right? These people are absurd. They're crazy, right? Pray for them and what? Keep it pushing, right? I mean, honestly, keep it pushing. What are you doing to get your desires? Yours. I know what I'm doing to get mine. I'm a master manifester. They're always going to come in. What are you doing to get yours? Stay in your garden if you're not in your garden. Look in that mirror and check yourself on a day-to-day basis. Where the improvements need to be improved, improve yourself. Where you're good and strong at, stay good and strong in those areas. Where you're starting to fall off a little bit, and then reroute yourself. When you find yourself speaking more negativity than positive about your desires, or just about life in general, cut it off and reevaluate yourself and start to speak better words, powerful, positive words that will bring things into your fruition. Everybody knows how to complain. You don't need to be taught that. You don't have to be a genius to do that. That's not impressive. Everybody knows how to complain. Everybody knows how to cry about something. Everybody knows how to blame somebody for something. That is not impressive. Everybody, when I say everybody, hands down knows how to do that. Where the real work is, where the rubber meets the road is when people start to change that way of thinking. And they're walking through their garden and they're picking out all the stuff that doesn't serve them. And they're spraying this pesticide or whatever they're spraying on it, right? So nobody can eat at your heart's desire. And as fast as you're trying to grow it, they're taking big chunks out of it. So it never goes to where it needs to go. Energy vampires. So all I'm saying, guys, I'm going to leave you with this. If you are trying to pull in your heart's desires, or desire, you might just have one. You're going to have to spend time in your garden. You're going to have to spend time seeing yourself with it. You're going to have to speak positive about it. You're going to have a belief system that you know it's going to come. You can't look at what time it's going to come. That doesn't work. That's not up to you. That's up to divine. But what is up to you is how you go by it. So you get to nurture it, water it. You get to put the time in, speak well of it. Do those things that's going to actually manifest it to show up in your reality. But the time on how it comes, it's not up to you. And the tests that are thrown at you, it's not up to you. Because God is going to test you. How do you know how tough you are if you never get tested? How do you know what you can defeat? Or how do you know what you can take? Or how do you know what'll break you if you're not tested? I've been tested left and right, bro. Like 15 practitioners in like the last 3-4 days. Is what it is. Took them all down. Bring that junk. I'm always ready. I'm like Bruce Lee. Bring it. I fear nothing. False evidence appearing real. And that's how you need to be when you're going through this thing called life, trying to reel in your heart's desires. You're going to have to be fearless. You're going to have to take some punches, some bruises. These ain't always going to look fair, but you know what? God will balance the scales out for you. Even if it looks like he's turned away from you. Even if it looks like he's turned away, it's all a part of the test. I need to see, or you need to see, because I already know how you're going to react, but you don't know how you're going to react. So I need you to know what you're going to do when these type of circumstances pop up in your life. Are they going to be able to break you? And you never get your heart desires. Because now you're in doom and gloom, depression, woe is me type of party. That low energy type stuff. Or you got that energy high. You know the eagles, guys, don't always have a whole lot of people. There's a lot of pigeons, there's a lot of crows, there's a lot of regular birds, right? You see them all the time. But when you look up and you see an eagle, you don't see them flying with a whole lot of other eagles. Because to get to that height, they had to fight that battle most likely all by themselves. And they persevered and made it. So they got their heart desires. Or their heart desire, and that's why they're up where they're up at. And anybody they see on that level, it's much respect because they know they have to put in the same work. And everybody below them, it's just that. Doesn't mean you're better, but it just means that, I did put in more work. So when they see the pigeons and the crows and all the regular birds that are below them, it is what it is. They didn't put in the work that they put in. So they can't soar at the same heights that they're soaring at. Makes sense, right? So with that being said, guys, Walk through your garden every day. Water your garden at least 15 to 20 minutes every day, which is thinking about it. That's called meditating, which is just not thinking about anything except for that desire. Give it 15 to 20 minutes every single day. Talk well about it all the time when you do want to talk about it. Never present it in front of people that don't have your type of mindset, because they're going to put their negative thoughts on you due to their lack of limitation belief. So if you have people that think like you, share it. If you don't, then you're just going to have to hold that in, and you, God, universe, spirit, whatever, right? You share it with that energy, because you know that energy is not going to try to knock you down. And with that being said, guys, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Go after your heart's desire. You can have anything you want. You know, your parents used to tell you that, but 9 times out of 10, they didn't know how this worked. After they got older, beat up in life, they're like, oh no, you can't really have anything you want. You got to settle for this. They got you on that settling list. Never put yourself on the settling list, ever. Never put yourself on the settling list, guys. And with that being said, get what you want. You'll get it by the steps that I've already told you about how to do it, and you'll reel it in. You'll get that big fish and it won't snap. And you won't be like, oh man, it got away. Did you see the tail? It was right here. It was so close. No, you want to have one of those stories. You'll have that, yeah, get the net. We pulled it on in. We got it. Bam, you got your desires or your desire. And with that being said, guys, I'm Tricky. Bam! There's my 7 chakra salute. It's all good. You guys do well in life. Soar high. Always look at yourself as an eagle and nothing less. Period. Point blank. I'm out till next time. Peace.